Hey, thanks for joining me. This is probably a terrible time to show you guys because it's dark and it's probably harder to see, but I just realized it's Castle Skingrad from Oblivion. I didn't really recognize it at first because I'm an idiot, but it dawned on me when I was running through here for some supplies. I was watching a TV show and I just wanted to collect mats and not really find anything, so I was keeping really close to the main city. And if you look, it like suddenly just dawned on me it's Castle Skingrad from Oblivion, but we can't get to it at all. You're completely blocked off. I tried climbing this rock, and you can get so far, and then you about to slide off to your death. They made sure you can't get over there, but you can see it. And I guess, so I kind of looked it up, and I'll actually, as I'm talking, I will also show you pictures of Castle Skingrad in Oblivion so you can see it. There's so many other maps that I probably missed that, not realizing in the distance you can see the items from the game. They didn't necessarily want you to go to the places because it's set in lore. But at the same time, we can now go because we have this story of this prince who has different paths. So what we see in Oblivion may not be the lore as of right now, because it's a whole other path. I'm explaining it horribly. I'm so sorry. It's been my whole night. I've been trying to tell you guys stuff, and my tongue will not spit the words out. I'm just trying to say is like in the multiverse, there's different branches of paths of the story, and so what they're showing us now may not be what we know in Oblivion, because it's a different path. Because, Ophelia. Anyway, let's continue on. Let's go return to townhouse. See where the story takes us. I also noticed when we left, hold on, zoom in. He's got a bow and quiver, but he is painting a picture, and I don't know why she is standing there, because she has nothing to do with the painting. He is not painting painting her at all, but he is doing a good job painting the cathedral.
Traveler, do you think the new forest will cover all of Westfield? That it will never stop growing?
Oh, I'm not really sure.
Yes, of course. Better not to speculate or worry needlessly. Thank you for helping me see that.
Why did his bow disappear when we zoomed in on him? Why? And now it's back. It wasn't over his shoulder, Xander. Mysteries abound. We can't talk to her. That's fine.
Remember that? So many people in town these days. I have so many better things to do.
My shoulder. Where did I put my leeches?
I don't know where you put your leeches, my dude. You didn't hear him. The vendor was like, where did I put my leeches? Looks like my dailies haven't reset yet, which is great. Doing, buddy. Here's somebody's pet that's lagging behind. Maybe I'm lagging behind. Oh no. I was on earlier.
The new forest worries me. Nothing natural ever grew that quickly.
It's those wood elves. Valenwood is trying to annex territory that is rightfully ours.
Maybe. But the wood elves of Vashabar claim their intentions are peaceful.
We know different. Anyway, I was going to try to record earlier for you guys, but the server was slammed and it was very laggy, and a lot of people kept DCing, and well, there's that guy's pet. And so I decided I would just come. I would go play something else. Which, to be fair, I really did need to play something else. I had a long list of things that I needed to bring you guys.
I can't make sense of it. What do Athelia and her Shardborn seek to gain here? Why assist the recollection and allow them to use Wildburn seeds to transform Westfield? What are we missing, friend?
Tracking down Athelia was what brought me here. Maybe the answer is connected to her in some way.
That might better be pondered by Laramil, but you're probably onto something. Both the Recollection and the Shardborn serve the Prince of Paths. Their goals must complement each other somehow. Which brings up another question. Where's Athelia?
I saw an Acheneer vision of Hope Root, a memory of Athelia heading toward the Outcast Inn.
The Outcast Inn? Of course! Now that we know what happened there, and at Feldegard Keep, I have what I need to decipher this map. So, not only did we stop Nantharian from unleashing more Wildburn, we have a clue to his next move. And that's not all.
That's not all?
We exposed Nantharian as leader of the Recollection. When Vashabar hears about this, they'll tear the crown from his head. He can lead the Recollection, but he can't hide anymore. And we save Skingrad from a Wildburn. Here, friend. You earned this.
Oh, thank you.
The map we found at Hope Root contains a valuable clue. I just know it. Give me some time and I'll decipher the code and figure it out. One thing is already clear. King Nantharian and his allies aren't done with Westfield yet.
We destroyed their fortress and Wildburn Sea. What else could they be up to?
I won't know for sure until I finish deciphering Nantharian's notes. But Athelia is still at large. The Daedric incursions haven't stopped, and Recollection forces are thick as Horvors on Carrion around Ayleid ruins. They're looking for something.
What do you think the Recollection's looking for?
When I think of Ayleids, I think of magic. Welkin stones, portals, ancient relics. Things that would be dangerous in the wrong hands. But how it fits into Nantharian's plans, I don't know. Think you could help me piece it together, friend?
Sure, I'll help you look into the Recollection's plans. Where do we start?
I'm still deciphering the map from Hope Root. I can't yet make sense of all the notes, but I figure that any location marked on the map must be important to the Recollection. How did your investigations go?
Pretty well. We recovered the Lamp of Clarity and a blade called Abolisher.
You've been busy, friend. Did you learn anything at Feldegard Keep and the Outcast Inn that might clear up the last nagging questions I've got about the Hope Root map? Tell me what happened.
Sure. I met Athelia at the Outcast Inn. I helped her remember herself and acquired the Lamp of Clarity.
You helped Athelia remember herself? Isn't that what the Recollection is trying to do? I suppose you had a good reason, but still.
Several realities are entangled. Helping Athelia was the least dangerous thing to do.
Entangled realities? A strange tale, friend. That's a problem rather beyond my experience. I'm glad you were there to sort things out. And you recovered a lamp? Sounds like some sort of relic. It might be important.
I fought off Shard Marshal Vargas at Feldegard Keep and acquired the Blade Abolisher.
So, the planned attack on Feldegard Keep was with Daedric forces, not the Recollection? A good thing you were there to help Tribune Alea defend the fortress. And that blade you acquired. Any sword with a name must be important.
So what's next, Baragon?
As I hoped, your account explains these last few marks on the Hope Root map. Not only were the inn and the keep noted, there's another site the Recollection's interested in, an Ayleid ruin called Neriostare. We need to investigate that ruin next.
Where's the Neriostare ruins located?
Neriostare lies in the western Colovian hills. It's rather dilapidated and haunted. I had a harrowing experience there back when I was actively adventuring. Laramil wants to speak with you. Talk to her, then meet me at Neriostare.
Sure, and you explored there before?
It was a long time ago, friend. Close to 40 years now. I was part of an adventuring company that explored Neriostare's Great Hall in the nearby chambers. We didn't get very far, though.
He looks damn good for 40 years ago. Why not?
Neriostare was too dangerous for the band I was with. In addition to traps, the Ayleid ruin was full of undead guardians. But the worst obstacles were the collapsed passages and buried doors. The Recollection won't get far without a lot of digging.
Hey, Laramil the Wise.
The permutations of fate created a high probability that you'd... I would like to talk about the relics I heard you describe to Baragon. The Lamp of Clarity and Abolisher are two of the relics once used to defeat and imprison Athelia.
These are the same relics Torvasor hoped would help him find Athelia, aren't they?
Exactly. Abolisher, forged by Boethia to cut a path to Athelia wherever she walks. The Lamp of Clarity, created by Azura to illuminate the many paths. And the Skein of Secrets, woven by Mephala to show where Athelia and the Unseen could be found.
But we don't have the Skein of Secrets.
No, we do not. Torvasod told us in Mephala's nest that the skein was lost in an Ayleid vault. Given the Recollection's interest in Neriostere, I think we know which one.
Why is the Recollection seeking the relics now?
Torvasod used Abolisher to open the way to Athelia's prison. He knows the relics can be used to return her there, and will do anything to prevent that. These ancient tools may be the keys to saving Westweald, and perhaps all of reality.
Do you think we can use the relics against Athelia and her servants?
The blade, the lamp, and the skein countered Athelia's power in ancient times. I think they can do so again. You and Baragon are fated to seek the Skein of Secrets in Neriostere. I have my own tasks, and shall find you when it is time to finish this.
Oh, you're not coming with us?
My appointed tasks range far beyond Westweald, Proxy. While you deal with Athelia's servants, Nantharian and Vargas, I seek her first scion, Torvasod, the author of all these troubles. You and I shall cross paths again soon enough.
Xander, let's go get into some trouble, buddy. Now the question is, do I want to follow the story's path and come up here? No, actually, I want to go down here. I have a feeling the quest line is going to take us back up this way. Look, it's a quest hub. Alright, so we're gonna go here. Alright. Righty, let's go.
Playing tricks on me again. I can't seem to win a trivia match here.
So far, this is... I think I said this already. I'm so sorry. This has been my favorite town for crafting and just being. Everything is really close together in a nice grouped up square. I like it. Alright. Let's continue on down this way. I think this is the last
Someday you'll
day,
make something surprising with that.
the Fallen Leaves event. Makes me a little bummed, but at the same time, not a big deal. We got our event. Is this? I'm gonna kind of avoid from going over there. Man, tons of runestones tonight. Helps that it's nighttime so we can see them. Oop. Collecting, and then I decided to look up.
We can use this.
As if Daedra weren't enough. What was he thinking?
Captain?
You there! I'm a captain in the Westweald Legion, and I require your assistance.
Sure, what happened to you?
I was leading a patrol hunting Daedra when one of my own legionaries attacked me. An orc named Ulrath. Such traitorous behavior endangered us all. Since I'm injured, Could you locate whatever remains of my squadron? For mercenary pay, of course.
Yeah, of course. Any idea where I can find your squadron?
When the Daedra ambushed us and Ulrath turned on me, I ordered the patrol to take shelter in Fort Hastral, to the northwest. Any survivors should be there. I need to know what happened to Ulrath, and to my squad. Report back to me with any news.
Sure, I'll go to Fort Hastral and find out what became of your squad.
If you find my squadron, tell them that Captain Dartorius sent you. Order them to stay put at Fort Hastral, and wait for me to join them. I'll stay here until you tell me it's safe. If you run into Ulrath, be careful. He's a cold-blooded killer.
You were tracking the Daedra and they ambushed you?
You must be aware of the strange Daedra popping up all over Westfield. While the Legion is stretched thin, we're not helpless. My soldiers were patrolling this region when the very Daedra we were tracking turned the table on us.
And why did they attack you?
If I only knew. I was at the head of the patrol about to lead the Daedra away to give my legionaries a chance when Ulrath cut me down. That orc was always complaining, but to disobey a direct order? Probably upset I never gave him that promotion.
He is supposed to be promoted?
He certainly thought so. Expected to be made a sergeant just because I had him performing those duties for the squad. For all I know, Ulrath was in league with these Daedra. It wouldn't surprise me. He's a tough, nasty orc who hates taking orders.
Okay. Collect this water right next to you, though you probably need it. But thank you. Especially when it's purified water. Get rid of that. Okay, we're gonna try to run over here. I may be too late. That was fun. We would never be able to solo that, though, unlike the other things that we were soloing. Alright. Now we gotta figure out where to go. Fort Hastral. We'll go over here. No, I didn't get an achievement for that.
Quality
that was my
material
last...
makes for quality
Oh,
goods.
it's not. I have one more. All these baddies. Particularly want to play with them. Probably gonna have to play with Wizard. Nope. No. Slightly impressed we got to miss all of that. Alright, what do we got going on? That's a problem. What do we got? Bunch of dead people. That's what we got going on. The Legion High Commander.
Can you use that in your craft?
For whatever officer finds this, I, Legionnaire Yolrath, write these words. As the last surviving soldier in Captain Dartorus's patrol, we faced a superior force of Daedra, made a good showing, but at the end, only I remain. Well, me and the captain, tusk her eyes. We were on patrol near Fort Hastral when we stumbled into an ambush set up for us by the Daedra. If the captain had followed my suggestion and sent scouts ahead of the patrol, we might have spotted the trap earlier. As it was, the entire patrol was taken by surprise before we could act. At this point, we all turned to the captain for orders, but she seemed dumbfounded. No orders were forthcoming, so I took command and began to order our squadron to make for the nearby fort. Captain Dartrus emerged from her stupor and countermanded my order, instead telling the squadron to charge directly into the teeth of the enemy. As the soldiers made to comply, the captain turned her mount and began to make her own escape, using her own soldiers to cover her retreat. Here, I admit, I acted on instinct and in something of a rage. I struck out at the captain, hitting her a glancing blow that knocked her from her mount. Then I turned and joined the squadron, calling a retreat to the fort as we engaged in a running battle with the enemy. I want you to know that each and every legionnaire fought with all their hearts and souls. The enemy knew they had been in a fight, and even as I watched each soldier around me eventually fall, a few of us finally made it to the keep and were able to drive off the remaining Daedra, but not a single remaining legionnaire was unscathed. Soon all succumbed to their wounds, all except me. So read my account, decide if my actions were appropriate or wrong as you see fit. I know I did my duty. I know I fought to save our squadron. I know Captain Dartrus's fear and cowardice got the patrol killed. Whatever you decide, I am done. I no longer care. I know the word of a legionnaire will not stand against that of a captain. I accept this. But by my oath as a legionnaire, everything I wrote here is true. And I believed him.
So many dead.
A most
What a
auspicious
waste.
find.
Hey, buddy. Bad day, huh?
Careful. I've lost a lot of comrades today, so I'm not in a trusting mood. Who are you and what do you want?
Hey, I'm Mnealia. Captain Dartrus sent me to find out what happened to your squadron.
What happened to the squad? She's what happened to the squad. She froze when we spotted the Daedra. Refused to give a coherent order. I stepped in and she went crazy. Commanded the squad to engage a massively superior force. Then she turned to flee.
The captain said she led the Daedra away after you attacked her.
Not hardly. She led her soldiers into a slaughter and then ordered them to cover her retreat. I cut her down, then rallied the squad and headed for this keep. We fought a running battle. I'm all that's left. Now it's my word against an officer's.
What do you plan to do?
The only thing I can do. Run. I'm no coward, and I don't want to be labeled a deserter, but what choice do I have? A captain's word carries more weight than lowly orc legionaries. A lot more. I wrote a report. Will you give it to the captain?
Yes, I can take your report to the captain.
Not that I owe you an explanation, but everything I said is true. I wrote it all down. My report to the Legion. I doubt the captain will pass it along, but at least my conscience is clear. As for me, tell her I died, or I'm a deserter. I don't care.
It sounds like you don't trust the captain.
I don't. Not anymore. But I used to idolize her. Did everything I could to help her lead our squadron. Once the fighting stopped and I had a moment, I composed my report to explain what happened here. I left it over there, but you can take it.
So what really happened here, Legionnaire?
I finally saw our captain's true face. She used to be a great leader. I would have followed her to oblivion and back. But lately, she's been struggling. I helped as I could, doing what a sergeant would do, even without the rank. Then, today happened.
Tell me about it.
It's all in my report. Ever since our first encounter with the Daedra a few weeks ago, she's been off, confusing orders, contradictory commands. When we walked into the ambush, she was like a rabbit in a snare. I tried to take command.
And then what?
She went wild, ordered the patrol to attack what was clearly a superior Daedric force. Then she fled, used her soldiers to cover her own escape. I just reacted, struck her a glancing blow. Now, tell her I deserted, or died. Doesn't matter to me.
Okay. I trust him. I actually believe him. He seems really quite devastated about it. I might be naive. I believe him.
Good find, cohort.
Yeah, thanks. This way. What's that?
It's good to see someone who still knows how to follow orders. Did you make it to the fort? Did you find my squadron?
Yes, I found what remained of your squadron at Fort Hastral.
What remained? Speak plainly, mercenary. What's the condition of my squadron? And what about the treacherous orc, Ulrath?
They're all dead. I found this report he wrote before he died.
A report? You didn't read it, did you? No matter. My report supersedes Ulrath's anyway. At least that orc got what he deserved. How dare he disobey my orders. Here, the mercenary pay I promised. You earned it.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how many times you lose a squadron, it never gets any easier. No need to stick around, mercenary. I'll be ready to head out myself in another few moments.
Was his report true?
Truth is written by the victors, mercenary. Haven't you learned that by now? The only truth is what I disclose to my superiors. Everything else is simply rumor and conjecture.
Mm-hmm. Can I kill her? Alright. Big is there. Okay, well, we'll just continue down this path. Little guy. Hey, my dude. Look at them living life. I'm just gonna pretend that they're having a rap battle.
Breathtaking! Extraordinary! How esteemed!
Thank you. That was a lot of words of encouragement.
Now, dead creature, prepare to rise again!
What are you doing?
Step back, stranger. I'm about to perform a miraculous feat of mighty spellcraft.
What are you doing?
I'm unleashing the power of my ancestors. I intend to reanimate the dead. I recently learned I'm descended from ancient alien necromancers. Can you believe it?
You're part alien.
Oh, yes. The ancient aliens fled Cyrodiil ages ago. I recently discovered our family tree, and it plainly says one of those wild elves was my ancestor. So I'm here, testing out my obvious alien talents in necromancy.
Oh, don't let me stand in your way.
You doubt my abilities? Bear witness, stranger. I'll display the skills that only one of alien heritage could possess. Here goes nothing. I command thee, lesser creature, to rise! Oh, no, no, no! Get away! Why won't you obey me? Ah!
Oh, that was awesome. Loved it.
We can use this.
Hello, friend.
Hey.
It looks like the recollection is camped right on top of Neriostore. We need a plan. That's Neriostore over there, surrounded by a recollection stockade. I guess it's nice to know I correctly interpreted the map we found in Hoperoot. But it does pose a problem. Assaulting a recollection camp isn't our objective. Laramil says we need to find the Skein of Secrets. That's likely somewhere in the vaults of Neriostore. I recall a set of stairs leading down in the middle of the ruins. We should start there.
Any signs of the king?
I've seen a few recollection scouts come and go while I've been watching, but I haven't seen any of their leaders. Of course, I have no idea what's waiting for us in the underground portions of the ruins.
How do we get through the recollection defenses?
If you want to hit them head on, I'll follow your lead and help as I can. But there might be an easier way to get where we need to go. Before we commit to an attack, why don't we scout the perimeter and see what other options present themselves?
Sure, let's scout.
Let's look around and try to keep out of sight until we're ready to make a move.
I'm so sorry. Little detour. I want to grab this real quick. We'll talk to that NPC in a minute.
That's the main gate. Lots of recollection there. No way we're getting through them without a fight.
I don't mind a fight. Sir.
The recollection brings supplies to this gate. The sentries here are predictable. We might be able to slip by them, or we could try the path to the north. Although, I don't know where that leads. I think we've seen enough. Let's compare notes. Looks like we've got multiple options for getting inside. From what I recall, we'll find the stairs to the buried halls in the middle of the stockade. Assuming the recollection hasn't blocked them up, that is.
Sure, what do you make of our choices?
It depends if we want to announce our arrival or stay hidden. The gate to the east is heavily defended, but there are fewer sentries at the west entrance. I think we could slip by them. Or we could try the path to the north.
Where does the path to the north lead?
That's a good question. Sometimes natural fissures or caves provide hidden entrances to buried ruins. I saw no recollection forces in that direction, so it might be worth investigating. Your call, friend. I'll follow your lead.
All right, follow me. Hey, my dude. You're not stuck. You're stuck. Okay.
Quality material makes for quality goods.
No, we're trying to be sneaky. Who yelling?
There, friend. Those are the stairs we're looking for.
Awesome. Look at us. I was sneaky. Never sneaky.
Be careful. I remember encountering some deadly traps, and it looks like the recollection's been busy down here too.
This is gonna be a dead end. want to go.
The Great Hall of Neriostore. This is as far as I got on my previous visit. The door to the south leads to Neriostore's vault, but it's sealed by this Welkin stone. The Recollection's working on the puzzle. Let's look at their notes.
This is infuriating. My divinations clearly indicate the Lesed Wilkids for these sockets are nearby, but I've combed every spot of the ruins I can reach to no avail. The first one is in the northern gallery above the hall to the east, I'm sure of it, yet no spell or sight of mine can reveal its hidden place. The second is the halls high above the eastern gallery. Rubbles blocks the way. The third stone lies at the end of the southern passage to the west. There is no way across the pit to search for it. The last is just beyond the gate of the northern passage to the west, but how can we get to the balcony? Perhaps some mage more clever than I can find these accursed stones. After Hope Root, it is clear that we face tenacious foes. Hermaeus Mora's minions fight against their own freedom, but we must protect our prince nonetheless. To this end, you must ensure the skein of secrets cannot be used against us. Torvarsard believes it was sealed away in the vaults of Neriostore long ago. Find a way to retrieve the skein and destroy it. I must take a different path. The power slumbering in the darkened home can restore our prince, I'm sure of it. All I need is to plant enough seeds and use the staff to awaken him.
Interesting. Let's talk about... I've got no talent for spells, but I picked up a bit of arcane lore in my time. The ancient Aelids were fascinated with light. They devised ways to harness its magicka, or draw it from ethereal crystals, like this burnt-out stone.
What did the stones do?
Great Welkin stones like this one powered mighty enchantments. They could make buildings float in mid-air, maintain networks of magical portals, or seal impassable gates. I think this is exactly what we're looking for.
You think the skein of secrets is beyond these doors?
Someone in the Recollection thinks so. Besides, you don't build a door like that or a lock with a Welkin stone without a reason. Explorers have visited Neriostore many times over the years, but no one's ever gotten past the dead crystal.
And how do we restore the stone?
Do you see the empty sockets? The mage I came here with years ago thought we needed lesser Welkins to restore the Great Welkin Stone, but we couldn't find any. Judging from these notes, the Recollection's experiencing the same problem.
Could the relics help? The Lamp of Clarity reveals things, and the Abolisher opens portals.
Good idea, friend. The Lamp and Abolisher give us an advantage previous explorers didn't have. I suggest we start with the East Passage and look for a way up to the north. The Recollection Mage's notes suggest we might find something there.
How did you learn about Iliad puzzles?
I'm sorry to say that one of my principal talents as an adventurer was getting into places I wasn't supposed to be. I generally served as the trap expert and lockpicker of the party. Guess I've always been interested in puzzles.
I really like this guy. What can you tell me about the last time you were here?
I came here as part of a small adventuring company. Brave companions and good friends. Anyway, we found the stairs in the ruins and fought our way past a small horde of skeletons to reach this spot.
What brought you to here?
We hoped to find some treasure overlooked by other explorers. The vault door certainly seemed promising, but the Welkind apparatus stopped us here. Neriostore's undead forced us to retreat before we could figure out how to get past it.
What became of your company?
We parted ways long ago. I had one close call too many in ruins like these, so I decided to retire and take up a safer vocation. We said our farewells in Skingrad. It's ironic. I'm falling into dangerous habits again.
What do you make of King Nantharian's plans?
It looks like Nantharian intends to plant more wildburn seeds. I thought we were finished with all that at Hoperoot. What really worries me is the suggestion that the wildburn ritual has another purpose.
Another purpose?
Planting seeds to wake the power that sleeps in the darkened home. I thought Nantharian wanted to cover Westweald in a great forest. But maybe the wild burn is just the collateral damage of his real purpose.
I was super distracted while he was talking about all of this. I thought it was a player coming in that direction. But no, it was like an NPC fighting another NPC or a group of NPCs. Crazy. Okay. What's the darkened home? What power sleeps there?
I have no idea. I dimly recall seeing that turn of phrase somewhere before. A translation of an old Ayleid name, maybe? But where the darkened home is and what's there, I couldn't say.
Okay. Alright. You, sir, want to go this. What are these? The urns are a bit concerning. I don't want to pick all of them. Okay, where am I going? Alright, this way. Hey, be nice to that bookshelf. We need to go this way.
Understand how Hope fell.
You don't understand how Hope fell? You don't. Those crystals make a humming noise. I don't know how well it's coming through the mic, but or through the recording, but yeah, there is a unsettling hum that's happening. Almost like a lot of bugs making noises. I've read that, but it didn't look familiar.
That strange glow. Is the lamp doing that?
Yeah. I don't recognize some of those books. At the
Use
same...
the lamp.
I know. I actually wasn't meaning to click you, or I was trying to click the bookshelf.
Amazing! That stone wasn't there until the light of the lamp revealed it. Great. Let's go back to the Great Welkin stone and try it in one of the sockets.
Such steep stairs.
Look! The stone you placed is feeding the Greater Welkind. Let's find the rest of the lesser stones.
Okay, well, to be smart, let's wait to put the stones in place until we have them all. I came here before, didn't I? Good golly molly.
Found it!
No, don't talk to... They did what I quite often do to players. They thought I was a bad guy. I can't even be mad about it because I've done it tons of times. Alright, we read through all of those. Let's go...
The gate's blocked by rubble. I think Abolisher might help us here.